Good afternoon, everyone. Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360. This is our weekly What We're Hearing, What We're Seeing videocast for the week of January 22nd, 2018. Last week, I had the pleasure of attending the National Retail Federation's big show in New York. Very interesting. Got to meet with a number of our sponsors and a number of our brands who are members. Still a lot of discussion around technology, data analytics, but the discussion seems to have changed a little bit this year. It's not as focused on some of the arcane processes and new technologies. There seems to be a consolidated effort, at least this year at the NRF, around making the technology accessible, kind of honing in and focusing more on truly helping brands, which is very good to see, because that's one of the challenges we continue to see at Loyalty 360 is there's so many technologies, processes, and they all claim to be able to systematically and single-handedly address all of the customer experience and customer loyalty challenge brands are having. So it was great to see some of that discussion that we had last week kind of more focused. We hope that continues going forward, because that is a big challenge with new technologies and processes. Brands really have a challenge keeping up with them. We also had a couple articles on the site. One of them was a review of a session from Doug McMillan. He is the new president of Walmart. Really interesting take from Doug around how Walmart is looking at the employee. A number of different employee initiatives. They gave their employees a $1 an hour raise recently. They also have a number of paternity and family leave initiatives that are focused on truly empowering the employees, bringing them up to speed, and realizing that they are front line in the customer experience, customer loyalty efforts, to make sure that they are trained and able to handle kind of the disparate challenges they're facing. And another thing they have started as well is 200 academies. They're 2 to 6 week classes within the Walmart themselves that really address some of the challenges of employee engagement, customer service training. So we have a great article on the site that we did. Check that out. I think that'll give you some unique ideas for your organization as well. Also coming over the next couple of weeks, we have an Academia and Authors series we've started. We have done some podcasts and done articles with a couple of leading authors. Mitch Preinstein, who is a academic at the University of North Carolina. His book, Popular, really talks about some of the myths around how people look at popularity, and I think it's a unique take in how brands can look at it, to look at employee engagement and employee training. And then also we spoke with Jonah Berger, the author of Contagious and Invisible Influence. So look for that over the next couple of weeks. There will be articles on the site and a hopefully semi-weekly Academia and Authors series on the site, which should be quite interesting. We also have our first podcast, first of a series. We have a number in the queue. What we're doing now is, as we talk to brands, we do, obviously, the interviews that we do that lead to very unique articles around challenges and opportunities that these brands are seeing around customer loyalty. Now we'll have a podcast series. The first one on the site is Baker Hughes General Electric. And as you know, or may not know, they combined, or they merged last year. And it's interesting, they're very focused on culture. Traditionally, GE, when they go in and acquire a brand, they take the brand, assimilate it, and it becomes part of the GE family, GE Lighting, GE Power, what have you. But this was one of the first times that they named the brand somewhat different. They called it Baker Hughes General Electric, and what they really did is they were very focused on the culture, what the naming nomenclature could mean to the brand. And they are also a little unique too in their approach, as energy is changing fairly rapidly. The focus on renewables. This is an old traditional gas and oil place, so they've been in the news a lot recently. GE is looking to probably spin them back off, but it's interesting that in this day and age, a huge company, obviously Jack Welch did a lot around the culture there and making sure everything was assimilated. They've taken a step back, kind of looked at it in a unique way, and I think that's a very unique approach. Again, the podcast's on the site, the article's on the site. We actually spoke with the head of marketing communications. His name was Klaus Volkov, and great interview. Check that out as well. And for this week, we have our most recent analyst brief, looking at Medallia and some of the things they're doing in the voice of the customer, voice of the employee industry as well. how they're set apart, how they're looking at data very differently in this arena. So I'd love to have you guys check that out as well. It has kind of the strategy and planning approach, how they're looking at research and analytics, and then there's a series of these on the site, but this week's focused analyst brief is on Medallia. And I look forward to talking to you guys next week. Thank you.